Okay, well, on the markets front, a positive
very
day.
green day.
Tell us what your thoughts are of today's trade.
Well, obviously you've heard the news this morning, so I woke up with a big smile on my face because that was in deadlock by the time the markets had closed on Wednesday, and then Thursday that actually reached a decision which is monumental. I mean, you can see the positive sentiment reaction. I mean, green across the board. We're not out of the woods by any means, but it certainly is at least a unified solution to kind of paint over the cracks for the moment.
I remember this euphoria when the first, the EFSF fund was actually first announced. It was 440 billion euros,
Correct.
and we were very excited. Now it's 1 trillion euros, and then in a few months' time, are we going to expand on this, Nicholas? Is enough ever enough?
I think what was really important was the haircut, they call it, the 50% reduction of Greek debt, which really helps things looking forward. Instead of bailing them out right now, the idea is what is the solution down the line. So I think that's what was probably more important. But yeah, it's costing a lot of money to help Greece through this difficulty, but markets reacting very, very positively towards it.
MTN is up just over 2%, sitting at 135 Rand and 85 cents. We had subscribers.
Subscriber numbers up, 160 million people.
160 million people.
So that's getting quite a lot. MTN has been struggling share price-wise. It's really, from a technical perspective, it's trading quite below its 50 and 200-day moving averages at about 137. So I think it's a technical factor why it hasn't really shot up like the other companies, but solid support of 130, good dividend yielder, and looking interesting at the moment.
Would you be buying at these levels?
I would be trying a little bit closer to 130. Today is a flash in the pan, and it was really nice to see it up. So a little bit out of buying territory at the moment, but again, closer to 130 or wait for a break above those moving averages above 137.
I know that a lot of investors have actually started switching over to Vodacom. It seems that Vodacom is the preferred play right now. It's up just over 1%. What is your view?
My view is that investors are trading, investors are buying into yield, and Vodacom at the moment is offering a higher sustainable yield currently. I would be looking for more growth in my perspective, and having a look at MTN's geographical diversification and how well they do in emerging markets, I would still consider them. We need to understand that MTN is also looking at paying out a lot more yield going forward, so they could at a certain stage pay out a very similar yield to Vodacom. So I think you can get Vodacom's yield in MTN if you're a little bit patient, but you're going to get better growth out of MTN. So I'm still an MTN buyer. Vodacom I still feel is very expensive, close to 90 Rand a share.
Yeah, when you see stocks gaining almost 6% in one day.
Big smile on your face.
Yeah. Well, if you're holding Anglo Platinum, then I'm sure you must be definitely smiling. 5.7% high. We've seen this before though, Nicholas, and then we're disappointed the next day because traders come in, they see an opportunity and...
Yeah, is it different this time? I think that's what everybody's asking. Yeah. It is a very, very difficult question to answer. What's very important is that the technical guys are really trading this market at the moment. The Dow above 12,000 is not just a happy number, it's above the 200-day moving average, which is very, very critical from a technical perspective. Again, the JSE is back above its 200-day moving average as well and is looking very, very good for further gains. So I think your traders, your short-term traders are looking at things, and your investors are getting a bit worried because a lot of people have been sitting in cash. And that's why you're seeing strength across the board, not just in shares, but also commodities, gold, oil, platinum's up. A lot of people have been sitting on the sidelines, not sure what to do. All of a sudden, the markets are through the roof. They start panicking. Are we going to lose out? So I think there could be a lot of buying ahead of us before we see a breather. One
stock I have been watching, Anglo-American, which was not too long ago, sitting at 287. It's 304 Rand. 300
Rand is the critical level. It closed above 300 for the first time in 3 months. Technical break as well. 330 could be the next level that we can see. That's been lagging all the other major diversified miners for quite some time.
And BHP Billiton, that's up 4.7% today, sitting at exactly 260 Rand.
Also very critical level. That's performed so much better than Anglo's, but mainly for structural reason. It's arguably a better run company. But again, two going hand in hand, they're going to lead the JSE higher.
If you didn't get an opportunity to buy into these stocks when we've been beating the same drum for some time now, would you buy now? Are there going to be more opportunities? I'm sure we're going to be hit with more negative news down the line, like we always are.
Exactly. We're not out of the woods just yet. There's going to be something else. It's going to happen regardless. I would say be a little bit patient. Don't just run into things at the moment. There are a couple of opportunities here and there. I still think Exora is looking fairly good, and so is Kumba. I can see it's very positive today as well. But I would say Billiton and Anglo is a little bit difficult. Sasol as well, a little bit difficult at the moment. But if you pick them correctly, even MTN, I think at current levels could be a good buy.
So Nicholas, do tell us, what are you picking right now?
What am I picking right now?
Yes, what are you picking right now?
Well, I'm actually sitting tight on what I've got, actually, to be honest. I'm hoping for more upside and maybe taking a little bit of profit, take a bit of cream off the top. But I have been buying into MTN at closer to 130, and I have been buying into Exora. as well.
Well, what has been performing so well that you can take a bit of cream off, because we haven't actually done very much this year
Well, I
so
mean,
far.
goodness, if you take the month of October, we're up on the JSE by about 10%. Now, if you have a look at Anglo-American, my goodness, it was trading at about 280 just the other day. It's back up to 300. Richemont, you could buy at 36 Rand at the beginning of October. It's now at 45 Rand. Huge profit there, you know. So you are tempted to take these profits because you never know how long they're going to be there for.
Nicholas, great to have you on the program. Thank you so much for joining us.